Hi, it's Matt here for newshooter.com at NAB 2019. I'm with Greg from Creative Services. Now, this is your new Cine 7 lineup from SmallHD.
Yep.
Where does this fit in the overall SmallHD lineup?
So the Cine 7 is the successor to the 702 Bright, but it's basically a giant leap forward. It's got over 50%, almost double the brightness. It's got a really beautiful color accurate DCI P3 display, which will totally cover the 709 spec. And it's got a totally versatile touchscreen interface with all kind of cool tools associated with that.
Now, there's various models in the Cine 7 series. It's not just a monitor, it's also got other functionality as well.
Yeah, so there's a whole fleet of different iterations of this monitor that we built on the platform of the 7-inch touchscreen. So there's a basic model, which is really great for camera operators on the camera. You can connect to the camera and do all kinds of camera control, which I'm sure we can talk about in a little bit. There's also a transmitter version, so we've integrated Teradek Bolt 500 transmitter, a Teradek Bolt 500 receiver version, and then there's a Teradek Bolt Sidekick, which is a universal receiver. It's compatible with all of the most recent HD Teradek Bolt products. So Bolt 500 XT and LT, Bolt 1000 XT and LT, and Bolt 3000 XT. And as well as all of the SmallHD 500-foot monitors like the Focus 5 and the Focus 7. There's a lot of them, but it's all compatible with any Bolt product as long as it's a 500, and the Sidekick is compatible with all Bolts.
So before we get to the camera control part, in terms of inputs, outputs, what type of batteries they use, so what goes on there?
So the chassis is really versatile. It's got a really quick release battery plate with a pin connector, so there's no cables. You can just pop off a dual Sony L series plate or put a gold mount or a V mount plate without any cables inside to get loose or fall apart. Just put it in there. It touches some multi-pin connector. There's also one of the nice things about it. It's pretty simple, but people kind of love it. It has a 2-pin locking connector, so no more janky barrel connectors or screw-in connectors. This is kind of the pro standard now, the 2-pin locking connector. We've got dual SDI inputs and a loop out. One of them is bidirectional. And the really cool thing about it is it's got an Ethernet port, which we can do camera control on. You get full camera controls over the touchscreen menu.
So speaking of camera controls, I mean, I take it this particular product here, if you happen to be an ARRI user or an ARRI owner, this is sort of an all-in-one solution, wireless video, monitor, and camera control in the one unit.
Exactly. So a lot of people that are using the Mini, I mean, the Mini has just exploded and become a really ubiquitous camera, and a lot of people are shooting it without an assistant or a big crew. A lot of people want to operate off of a big screen monitor and not have to use an EVF. Of course, there's also people that are in a bigger professional shoot or big production on a crane or a car or something. They don't want to have an EVF on there, but they do want to have a monitor. And so what we've done is, with ARRI's support, we've integrated camera access protocol, and now we render menus on the display that let you control all the key settings of the camera.
So this works exactly the same way as the normal ARRI camera control would be on say an iOS device.
Exactly. So except for now it's hardwired over Ethernet, so it's really robust, and you've got it just a swipe away. So you're operating, you want to change something, you're on your frame lines display and you're composing your shot. You cut, you want to change your neutral density filter setting. You change your white balance. You just quickly touch, and now you can change your setting and go back to your rolling instantaneously.
Now, when are all these going to be available, and what sort of pricing are we looking at?
So Cine 7 is shipping in about a week, fully built. It's ready to go. The base model, without any wireless built in, is $1,800 US. The 500 transmitter and receivers, I think, are $2,750, and then the Sidekick universal receiver is, I think, $3,700. There's one other thing, the camera control I should mention is that it's a license, so you do not have to purchase it. You can add it on at any time. You just download it from smallhd.com. There will be other cameras that we're going to add very soon. So pretty soon, this will be kind of the nervous central hub of your camera interface. You'll be able to connect it to cameras like Sony, Red. We're really going to try to support all the cameras that people are using, so you kind of get a familiar interface. No matter what camera you are, you know where your tools are.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.